Guy Fawkes and the Gunpowder Plot, a conspiracy to destroy Parliament. On the cold night of November 4th, 1605, a lone figure crept through the dark stone corridors beneath the Palace of Westminster, his heart pounding in his chest. Cloaked in shadows, he moved with purpose, lighting a small lantern to illuminate the barrels of gunpowder stacked neatly before him. His name was Guy Fawkes, and his mission was clear: to strike a deadly blow against the English government and forever change the course of history. Origins of the plot. The story of the Gunpowder Plot begins with deep religious tensions in England. For decades, Protestant monarchs had ruled England, enforcing harsh restrictions on Catholic worship and participation in government. After the reign of Queen Elizabeth I, many English Catholics hoped her successor, King James I, would be more tolerant. However, James continued the enforcement of anti-Catholic laws, disappointing those who had expected reform. As persecution intensified, a small group of radical Catholics decided that peaceful protest was no longer an option. At the heart of this conspiracy was Robert Catesby, a devout and charismatic Catholic with a vision of a Catholic England restored through revolution. His plan was bold: assassinate King James I, his ministers, and members of Parliament in one massive explosion, then install his young daughter, Princess Elizabeth, as a puppet queen under Catholic rule. The recruitment of Guy Fawkes. To execute the plan, Catesby gathered a band of conspirators, each sworn to secrecy. Among them was Guy Fawkes, an English soldier who had spent years fighting for Catholic Spain against Protestant forces in the 80 Years' War. His experience with gunpowder and explosives made him the perfect choice to handle the most dangerous aspect of the mission. Under the alias John Johnson, Fawkes infiltrated London, posing as a servant of co-conspirator Thomas Percy. The group secretly rented a cellar directly beneath the House of Lords, and over several months smuggled in 36 barrels of gunpowder, carefully concealing them beneath piles of firewood and coal. If ignited, the explosion would have been catastrophic, reducing Parliament to rubble and sending shockwaves through English politics and society. The plot unravels. As the day of reckoning approached, tensions grew among the conspirators. Some worried that innocent Catholics in Parliament might perish alongside their Protestant enemies. One plotter, likely motivated by concern for a friend, sent an anonymous letter to Lord Monteagle, warning him to stay away from Parliament on November 5th. Monteagle immediately alerted the authorities, and King James ordered a thorough search of Westminster. Late on the night of November 4th, a team of guards, led by Sir Thomas Knivet, discovered Guy Fawkes lurking in the cellar. He was armed with fuses, matches, and firewood, ready to ignite the explosives. When questioned, he boldly declared his intention to blow the Scotsman, King James, back to Scotland. Fawkes was arrested on the spot, and the gunpowder plot was foiled before it could ever take shape. Torture, trial, and execution. Fawkes was taken to the Tower of London, where King James personally ordered his torture. For days he endured agonizing methods, likely including the rack, which stretched the body to excruciating limits. At first he remained defiant, refusing to name his co-conspirators. But as his body weakened, he finally broke, revealing the names of those involved. Meanwhile, Robert Catesby and several plotters fled to the Midlands, hoping to spark a rebellion. They were soon cornered by government forces and killed in a dramatic gunfight. The surviving conspirators were captured, tried, and sentenced to a traitor's death, to be hanged, drawn, and quartered. On January 31st, 1606, Guy Fawkes was dragged through the streets of London to the gallows at Old Palace Yard. Weak from torture, he was barely able to climb the scaffold. As the executioner prepared to carry out his gruesome punishment, Fawkes made one final act of defiance. He leapt from the platform, breaking his own neck, in avoiding the excruciating agony of being dismembered alive. Aftermath and government response. The failure of the Gunpowder Plot sent shockwaves through England. In response, Parliament passed the Thanksgiving Act of 1606, mandating annual celebrations to commemorate the plot's failure. These celebrations included bonfires and fireworks, symbolizing the gunpowder that never ignited. The government also tightened anti-Catholic laws, enforcing even harsher restrictions on Catholic worship and public office. The English public, already suspicious of Catholics, became even more fearful of secret plots and foreign influences. The memory of the Gunpowder Plot was used for centuries as propaganda against Catholics, further marginalizing them in English society. Legacy of the Gunpowder Plot. Despite its failure, the Gunpowder Plot and Guy Fawkes became legendary. Each year on November 5th, Britain marks Guy Fawkes Night, also known as Bonfire Night, with fireworks, bonfires, and the burning of effigies. Children recite the famous rhyme, remember the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason, and plot. I see no reason why gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. Guy Fawkes has also become an enduring symbol of rebellion. His face, immortalized in the V for Vendetta mask, has been adopted by protest movements worldwide, from anonymous hackers to political activists opposing tyranny and government surveillance. In modern culture, the Gunpowder Plot continues to capture imaginations, inspiring books, films, and conspiracy theories about secretive groups attempting to overthrow governments. The question still lingers. What if Fawkes had succeeded? How different would England and the world be today? Conclusion: the man, the myth, the legacy. Though he failed in his mission, the shadow of Guy Fawkes still lingers. To some, he is a villain, a traitor who sought to destroy England's government. To others, he is a symbol of resistance against oppression. Regardless of perspective, his story remains one of the most dramatic and unforgettable tales in British history. Whether seen as a terrorist or a freedom fighter, Guy Fawkes ensured that his name would never be forgotten. More than 400 years later, the echoes of that fateful night still burn brightly in the November skies, a fiery reminder of a plot that almost changed history forever.